she's got this whole thing right. She's got a blanket, and you can like sit on the ground and have your little picnic, and the other person's on the bench. She's so cute too. I love her outfit. The stripes, everything's all matching. But look at, speaking of color, I just cannot get over these apricot flowers. The poppies. I think I need more apricot poppies in my life. Okay. Could quite easily just spend the rest of my day right here, but we'll continue on. This has been just a center of my attention every time I come to the gardens, and every time I've been here, it's been closed for whatever reasons. I cannot get inside, but it's this beautiful arboretum that houses tropical plants. I will show you as I get closer, but we're gonna finish coming up the center aisle, up to this end building. We've got sculptures in the garden, carousel, restaurants when everything's normal and open. I mean, you've got the Natural History Museum, you've got exhibitions. You can literally spend your entire day here and get a little bit of everything. Art, culture, outdoors. You're in the middle of Paris. Honestly, the city is overwhelming you. This is the perfect place to come. I wish I had a rosemary bush this big back in Brittany. I use rosemary a lot in cooking. This thing, you probably can't see it, but it is covered in bees, which is so cool. Poor Pearl, I'll tell you a quick story. She is so allergic to bees. We found out about it last summer. She doesn't go after them, but somehow she got stung, and I noticed it right away. I mean, whenever she doesn't feel good or she gets hurt, she comes right up to me and then crouches down, so I know something's wrong with her. And I saw the stinger in her upper lip. It wasn't like in a spot where like she was trying to bite it. It was actually up like near her nose. And I took her upstairs so that I could try and, sorry, I just got completely distracted. Is this really a lilac? What is this? No, it's a butterfly bush. I should know better than that. Wow. It is just starting. Wow. Hi buddies. Hi bees. There's the animal. Wow. It's just huge. So I take her upstairs after I get the stinger out, and just to put some, topical antiseptic on it. And I mean, those things hurt, and she was really uncomfortable. And I noticed that immediately her lip was starting to swell up. And I'm like, oh goodness. And so I'm like, uh-oh, is this like a Frenchie thing? And so then I jumped onto my Facebook Frenchie group and did a quick search, and yeah, it's a thing. They are often allergic to bees, and her right lip was like already starting to puff up big time. I mean, just in a matter of minutes. I'm just taking you up to see the zoology building. We're practicing boxing right here. I just want to get out of the sunshine so you can really see it. There you go. Hey, this thing's huge. You stand next to it. And I'm going to scan around. Isn't that just gorgeous, these buildings? Now we made it to one end of the gardens. I'll show you on the map. So we started at this entrance, we walked all the way up the center, and now we are at this building, the other end of the gardens. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the front of the Arboretum and kind of work my way around so you can kind of see how cool this building is. And you can sort of see some of the plants on the inside. There's sculptures all along this end, and what I'm gonna do is when I come back in 2 weeks to check things out, I'm gonna just save some of that side of the park for that return trip. Here's another map. We started up there, came all the way down, and vous êtes ici. I'm just gonna walk right around here to the front, and then just kind of meander up here so that you can see what that building looks like. And then we're gonna work our way around up to the point up here. So I started to freak out with Pearl, it was just swelling so quickly. And when I saw on the Frenchie boards that they are often allergic to bees, out there in Brittany, her vet is about an hour away from us. And it's just, he specializes in French bulldogs and in IVDD issues and other things. But there is a vet that was 8 minutes away that I also had as a backup plan that does emergencies. And they were closing in a half hour. So I jumped in the car and took her over there. And by the time that in that 8 minutes, her little face had swollen up so much that she was actually starting not to be able to breathe well. And so they got me in, gave her 2 injections, like epinephrine and all the stuff. And obviously she's okay. And then they gave me these pills for her to be on to really decrease the inflammation, and then had me come back the next day to check on her. You know what my bill was for that? All of that? Shots, emergency care, aftercare, everything. Out of pocket, before her insurance paid me back, it was 35 euros. If you ever like to own an animal in France, it's a lot cheaper. All right, here we are at the front. Can you see the plants? The trees are like growing up against the roof like that. There's just so much to see. Look at all these different types of trees in here. Yeah, some of you in Americas might recognize some of these guys. The pines. It's one of the things I love about going to Petit Trianon is the gardens behind it and the hamlet. Isn't that fantastic? Looks like something out of Jurassic Park, right? Let's walk up, I'll show you. I mean, the whole thing is just so impressive in of itself. Isn't that thing crazy? But without fail, every time this place has been closed for me. Look how big those banana leaves are. I want to be inside here so bad. There's probably birds trapped in there. It'd be so cool. So those parrots that we saw were in here too. I'll go up around the other side. Look at this glass too. You see the texture on it? We like our maps. Menagerie, the zoo. Love animals. Okay. I'm trying not to freak out, but I'm so happy. So here is where we are. Look, kangaroo, buffaloes, flamingos, more birds, porcupine, ostrich. But we are going to take advantage of this location that we're at, work our way up over here and up into this little fun knoll turret thing. Over here is a nice restaurant. Of course, it's not open right now because of COVID. Anytime that you are here in Paris, here's a hack. Anytime that you're here in Paris and you want to truly kind of be removed from any crowds, go during a lunch hour unless it's a spot meant for lunching at. So right now I'm kind of in that lunch hour, plus it's a beautiful day. There's people here. Of course, there's no tourists, so I kind of feel like I'm going up. Right now you can see I'm going up a little incline. And you know, like your museums, go just have a little meal beforehand early, and so that way you're not hungry, and then go during the lunch hour or go during the beginning of the dinner hour, like 5, 6. That's going to be the lowest time that there's people there. And if you really just want to experience it with less tourists or less crowds, that's the best time to do that. Do you remember seeing that spiral hedge on the map? That's what this is. Can you see people walking in it? It's so fun. It's like a little maze. All right, here we go. The little knoll that we just visited. I'm going to come down through here. This little spot is less frequented than the others, but it's just a little jewel treasure back here to wander through and hear the birds. Our way back up towards the zoo and slowly work our way back up towards the front of the park. I wish you guys could smell this, like all the cut grass. It is like heaven right now. It smells so good. And that sound. Wow. My father used to cut the grass at our house every weekend as soon as it started growing. And he'd do it in kind of like these methodical sort of diagonal lines, you know, to create a pattern. Always brings back memories of spring and summertime, and the smell, and just that, sound of the bees, and it's so good. It's relaxing. These big pine cones. Look at this. It is just magnificent. Look at you. You can actually come right up next to it and smell, and it's just so lightly perfumed. But she has more. Look at all the buds still left. What a show this tree is going to put on for us. Get all the way up. Do you see the pink against the blue sky? So special. I love this paint color. It's like a gray, it's a blue, it's so French. It's very similar to the one on the Petite Strand in Marie Antoinette. I love it. Look, she caught my eye. Look at her. Look at that cherry tree. Let's go say hi. Wow. Fantastic.